I knitted my sample, and my gauge is 2 centimeters, 2 stitches in 1 centimeter. So to get 26 centimeters, I multiply 26 by 2, and that gives me 52 stitches. So I casted on 53 stitches, one for closing, knitting into the circle. Just when you're done, just put it down and make sure knitting is not twisted. So take a stitch off the left hand needle, put it on the right one, and then just take one and pull it over this one here. Take it off the needle, and this stitch we move to the left hand needle. Just pull this into the tail, so there's no big gap, and we start with knit stitch like that. Pull everything tight so there is no big gap there. We do second knit there like that, and rib stitch. Gonna go 2 by 2. We knit 2 and purl 2. If you see little V's there, that's knit stitch, so we knit, and little 2 bumps there, it's purl stitch, we purl those. First round is good to count them, and next round you will see them easily. You won't have to bother with counting them. So I've done 4 rows. Our sock is starting to grow towards you. This is 100% sheep wool, and it's local. 200 meters in 100 grams, and I'm using 3.5 millimeter needles. I kept knitting in rib stitch 2 by 2, and I've done 9 centimeters. Our short end of the yarn indicates start of the first row, but as our knitting grows, it's just easier if we put stitch markers. So that's our start of the round. So we've done 26 rows, and from now on I will be just knitting. So I do all stitches in knitting. Okay, my friends, I've done this part of the sock. Here I have 9.5 centimeters and 5.5 in this bit. Bit random numbers. Nevertheless, I have altogether 15 centimeters. I decided that will be enough for me. I did write down information about the yarn I have, my gauge. I'll be doing my heel flap, 2 needles, needle number 4 and 3. I have 26 stitches, 13 on each needle. We've done our round. We turn knitting over, and we'll be doing flat knitting for the next part. Now we'll be knitting purl stitches, then turn the knitting over and do stocking knit stitches there. First and last are going to be our edge stitches. Slip the first off and do purl stitches. So done 1 needle here, it's the last stitch on that one, and just to make my life easier, I will take 1 needle and put it away. I'll keep knitting with this one, and I will have 26 stitches on 1 needle. all together. The last stitch, we purl that one too. So every first stitch we slip off, and every last stitch in every row we purl. So I've done one row, so row number 2, and we knit all stitches here. So just keep knitting till you get your desired length. In my case, that will be 6 centimeters. Just to make sure I explain properly. So these 2 needles, we leave them for time being now. We don't touch them. Just make sure that they don't slide out of the stitches. So we're just working on this bit of material now. Now I've done 6 centimeters heel flap. I knitted right side of the row, and we are on the left now, and it's time to form the heel now. I'm going to use markers for that one because I have 26 stitches on the needle at the moment. We need to divide that in 3 parts. 26 divided by 3, that's 8 point something. So I will do 8 stitches on one side, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 8 stitches on another side, and 10 will go into the middle part. If you have let's say 24, then you put 8 for each part. 25, that would be 9 in the middle and 8 on that one, and so on, like 27, 9 for each, 28, 9 and 10, and so on. Now we are on the wrong side of the knitting. I'll take first, slip the first off, and we will knit till the second marker, leaving 1 stitch. We will purl. Here, just move the marker. So we've done one side and the middle part, and there's 1 stitch left. Just take it off the needle. You can put the marker away. Put this back on left-hand needle. And now this last stitch we will purl together with the first from the side, like that. We'll be doing short rows now, so we turn over knitting around. First we will take off. And here we have our last stitch in the middle part. Take it off. You can take the marker off now. Put it back on. And here we will do slip, slip, knit through the back loop there. And again turn knitting around. Slip the first off. So we are working on the middle part. Ten stitches stay in the middle, and then the last stitch from the middle we knit with the first on the side, in this case purl, and we'll keep doing that till there are no stitches left on the sides. Now you can see that the marker was, it's a little gap there. It's easily distinguished now. Purl 2 together. Turn the knitting around. And just keep going. And here, last 10 stitch. And again, we slip it, slip the next one, and knit them through the back loops together, knitting around. Just keep doing that till all the stitches on the sides are decreased on both sides. Now you're looking for this middle part which has little plaits on the sides. So this is we are forming heel. Just wanted to show you, when you form a heel, we want little tiny we want this plait to be not to be crossed. When you take off the stitch on the wrong side, we take it off as if to purl. Do your purl stitches there. When you slip off first stitch on the right side, just do it as if to knit. So this one sits nicely and it forms nice little plait there. Now I'm on the wrong side and I have one last stitch there. I'll do the last decrease on this side. Here. Turn my work around. And just one stitch there left. So we go all the way there. We slip two and purl them, knit them through the back loop, and our heel is done now. There. So these are the two needles we left for time being when we've done this part here, heel flap and heel itself. Now we will pick up stitches from both sides and we will continue working in rounds, in circles. So first, so I have that middle part left, which is 10 stitches, and I'm going to divide it in two and put 5 stitches on each needle. 5, 5 here. Now we pick up we will pick up stitches from the side. When we knitted the heel flap, we formed the edges. We knitted one row and then we slipped the next one off. And that's why for this one stitch is equivalent to 2 rows of knitting. So for our work not to be like squeezed together, here's the first stitch we will pick up, and we'll pick up both sides of the V, and there's the next edge stitch there, and between them two, here between those side V's, there's a little like another row which is squeezed together, which was formed by slipping off the stitch. So general rule is you pick up 3 out of 4, and we're going to do it this way. So we pick up this first one, just knit, and then we'll find this middle one here, is that one here, and put your needle through and pick up the next stitch there, then the next big V here. So we picked up 3, and now we will skip that little middle part there, and we'll go again here, big V1, and now there's another big one there, here, and we will pick a stitch from this middle part there. You put your needle through, and then another V. Put 6 done. We'll skip this one next, we will skip, then again V, 1 through that squeezed row there, put your needle through and pull out stitch, and then third one that's done there. Next one is this one here, and again through that row there, and next big V. So now we are down here, and as you can see, this line here, V is going up, so one stitch on that needle, and this one here is kind of, it turned into edge stitch at some point. So in order to for us not to have little hole here, we need to pick up this part, this stitch here as well, like that. And I'm going to knit it through the back loop. So I picked up sort of like two strands of yarn, and I knit through the back loop just to make little cross stitch there. Right, so we've done this side here, and now we will move on to the two front needles which were left alone for a while. We will knit two of those. So from now on, again, we will keep our work on 4 needles and knit with the 5th one. That's one front needle done. Now we'll do this one here. I've done 2 of these needles, and we are on other side of the sock now, and we will pick up stitches from this side as well. So as you can see, there's one row of V's here, which gives us 1 stitch, and then these are upside V's, proper V's, and another one is here, and we will pick up this first one as well. I'll just knit through that one in a second, and here is our next V there. We'll pick that one up, and then we will pick one from this the second V is there, and there's just this middle squeezed row, so put your needle through that one and pick 1 stitch through there, and then a big V here, so it's 3 out of 4. We'll skip next one and go through the big V, and again find that little squeeze row there and pull through. That's 3. Skip that one, and again big V, 1, V is there, and there's this middle part here. Pick up our stitch through there, three, then we'll skip that one, and again 1. The big V is here, and just find this bit here. Put your needle through, and the last stitch we're picking up is that one there. Picked up our stitches, and we will continue with knitting in circles now. We picked up from the second side, and I have all 5 needles on, so I'm just going to knit this one together with this side here. Five. Now we have all four needles on. Those are 2 front needles of the sock and 2 back side, and the sock at the moment looks like that. So we've done our heel flap and we formed our heel. We picked up stitches now from the sides, and we will continue to knit in the circles. But as you noticed, on these two needles now, instead of original 13, I have 19 stitches on these ones. So what we need to do, we need to get back to original 13, and we will decrease unnecessary stitches, and we will be doing decrease in this part here and in this part here. If you want, you can put markers there. Those two sides of the sock, one there and one here. Our start of the round is going to be, from now on, will be middle of the heel. I'll just put a little marker there. Now we do first needle and knit all the stitches till the last two. So I've done first needle there, and here we are on the right side of the sock. So in this place here, we want to form slant to the left, so it goes nicely to the left. We will form slant to the left, and that's slip, slip, and knit two together through the back loop, like that. Now we have two front needles. That's the front of the sock. We just knit, as usual, two of those. First couple stitches, just pull a little bit tighter. So I'm finishing second front needle here, and we are on the side next to our marker. We'll do another decrease here. It will be left side of the sock. We will do slant to the right. Let's just knit two together and tighten up a little bit that first or two first stitches, and finish your knitting. Now I'm back at the start of the round, in the middle of heel, and we will keep going. We will keep knitting, and we will keep doing decreases in this place here at the end of the needle, and in this place here at the start of the needle, till we get to original number of stitches. In my case, that's 13 stitches on each needle. So we've done two rounds of knitting and done two decreases, and you can see little decreases there on one side, and that's another one. To need to decrease, keep decreasing in every round till you get your original number of stitches on the needle. Now I've done my decreases. I have now 13 stitches on each needle. Looks like that on one side, and there were decreases here on another side. And from now on, we just keep knitting in rounds till we get our desired length. Just put it down and measure. In my case, it's 21 centimeters. I've done my counting there, and I know the rows and decreases I need to do. And decreases we will be doing on both sides of the sock, in this part here and in that part there. Just for a better look, I will put markers in these two places here, and I'll be starting new round. This is the start of the round, middle of the heel, the first needle here. So we will knit this first needle till the last 3 stitches. We have 3 stitches there, And here I want to do slant to the left, so I'll be doing slip, slip, knit. And one stitch here, and we'll do another decrease in this place. We're just going to do one stitch, and here slant to the right we'll do 2 knit together. We finish that needle here and that one till we go to the next marker, and we leave last 3 stitches. I'm on another side of the sock next to a second marker, and here we do again slip, slip, knit. Last stitch, and in this place we do 1 stitch and we knit together. Now we finish a round, knit till there, and then the next round I'm not doing any decreases, so I'll just knit that row. I've done my second row, and as I go I just cross them out. So I've done first one and I've done the second one. In the second one I didn't have any decreases at all, so I will start third row here, and I will do 4 decreases, which we do on the sides of the sock, on only 2 on each side, and our decrease from the side is going to look something like this. So decrease here, 2 stitches in the middle, and decrease there. I've done round number 3 and I cross that out, and the next one for me will be 1 round without decreases, and after that I will decrease in every round till I will have these 12 stitches left on 4 needles, 3 stitch on each needle. Right, my friends, I'm down to 4 stitches on each needle. It's the start of the round, and let's do just last decreases there, and go slant to the left. It's a bit fiddly work at the moment, but we're almost done anyway. So slant to the right, and that's our other side of the sock. Do slant to the left, one stitch here, and the 4th needle, stitch there, and decrease to the right, and the last stitch here, there. So that's how our decreases looks on the sock here, and decreases to the left here, and the ones to the right, and we have those 2 middle stitches, which gives beautiful ending there. Now we need to cut off the yarn, leave around 20 centimeters. We'll be needing tapestry needle. I'm cutting off the yarn into tapestry needle. Now we go here, and so there's the marker there. That's our start of the round, and we finished last needle. And now we will put first 3 stitches on the needle here. We go 1, 2 and 3. Put the needle away and pull your string through. Now we do a second needle. Make sure you don't mix them so they all go in line. Now the second needle. Pull your string through. There. And the last needle there. Do the same. And we end up with a little hole like that. So we will tighten it up like this. What I like to do, I just pull the string, it comes from that side. So I'm just going to put my needle through these last few loops here, just like that.
Pull the string through, and here, and maybe a couple more. Close the over like that, and through this middle part we guide our needle to the wrong side of the knitting, like that. So turn your knitting inside out. Now we are here, and just pull it tight, and again we go through a couple of these, just to sort of like double check. Maybe somewhere here, like that. Now this is the place where we did the crease here. You can see a little beautiful part there. So I'm just going to guide my needle with the yarn over there, and bring it around here. Help yourself. Just do like that. 2, 4, 5, 6. Just go through here. And pull your yarn through. Now just make a little knot. Do it like that, and put your needle through the loop there. Make this tiny knot there. And just a couple few times through the same place. Okay.
Cut off your yarn and we are done. Now that's my sock done. We look how it looks like. We just put it through maybe here, like this. And as well on the wrong side of the knitting, I'm just going to go through these little V's here.
Pull your yarn through. Pull your yarn through. If you want, you can do a little knot there as well. Okay. And we are done.
And all I have left to do is wash both socks, dry them out, and show you the end result.